Alright, alright, alright. We're live. Good evening. Magandang gabi. Paring Alvin, good evening. So, medyo ano tayo ngayon? Kakaiba tayo ngayon, paring Alvin. medyo medyo paduguan ng
Magandang gabi
ilong
sa
ko.
lahat.
Nakapag-practice ka na ba ng English mo, pare? Teka, nini ako muna yung radyo.
Hindi ako nakabili. Hindi
medyo hirap ako ngayon, pare, kasi
ako nakabili.
alam mo,
Kaya
nagpractice
nga, hindi ako
ako
nakabili
ng
ng English ko.
Oo,
Anyway,
nagpractice ako. Pero anyway, guys, good evening. Magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. We are back here at the Pinoy Amateur TV, and please stand by for the more informative topic this evening. Medyo nag-i-English na ako, pre. Ano ba? medyo namapa-English na ako, di ba? So, nakakaano talaga. Pero anyway, so we are happy to tell you guys that we have a foreigner in guest for tonight, and I think I'm not just only thinking, but we will be getting a new information and a lot of information about the ALLSTARLINK node. So pare, ano bang masasabi mo dyan?
okay lang pare. Anyway, marami tayong nakabaon na ano dito na English. Siguro sana mailabas natin.
Oo nga,
We have a
anyway.
lot of topics to discuss tonight. I hope napakaganda ng
Oo.
nung guest natin tonight.
Yes,
Galing.
of course. So anyway, guys, let's watch the Pinoy Amateur TV. Walang ako dyan, T. We're back, paring Alvin. So, of course, eto na. Nandito na yung guest natin. So, ano ba, papasukin na ba natin, pare? Pero before that,
Pasukin natin, pare.
I would like to have an introduction for him, no? This guy he came from Scotland. Oh, di ba? Bongga. Scotland. And when he met his wife in Jerusalem. Wow, really? That's really quite a story, you know, when he told me last night. O, di ba naka-English ako? Hirapan na ako. So, anyway, so, medyo nauubusan na.
Dumudugo na ilong mo.
Oh, dumudugo na eh. Tissue nga dyan, guys. Tissue nga dyan. So, of course, he has a lot of story, like when he started ham radio. It's, I don't know if I could able to tell that, because really, to be honest with you guys, I'm running out of English. Okay,
And
so yeah.
I think he has a lot of years doing this hobby. Aside from
I get, yeah.
doctor of veterinary.
Yeah, that's right.
As a
Yeah.
profession.
You told that he's a veterinary doctor, so
Yeah.
he's really a professional guy, and the good thing with that, He has a lot of knowledge regarding the ham radio, especially in the ALLSTARLINK, because I think he told me that he has his setup in Davao, which was able to arrange like 80 kilometers, right? Is that right? I don't know. Maybe he will be able to explain that. Before that, we can welcome Dr. Scott in the house. Good evening, Doctor.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, welcome, welcome,
Good evening.
welcome.
Hi, Doc. Good evening.
Good evening. Maayong gabi.
Ayun. Yeah, good
Maayong
evening,
gabi.
Doctor. So, how's your evening, Doc? How's the weather in Davao?
The same as ever, really. 31, 32 degrees, blue skies.
Wow.
That city's very sheltered, isn't it? So it's a good place to live.
Wow, nice, nice. Actually, yeah, I've heard a lot in Dubai tuloy. Ano ba yan? Davao is really a nice place to live. That's you're right, Doctor. So, Doctor, uh, I would like to ask this simple question. When did you start ham radio?
Okay, that's easy to answer. When I was about 12, I
Wow.
started to build crystal sets, simple crystal radios, you know. And then when I was in my teens, I was a shortwave listener. But I didn't get my license until 1982, and I would have been 32 years of age at that point. I have to confess, I did use illegal radios a little bit. I think, as we all did back then, the CB craze. But I became a serious radio amateur in about 1982.
1982. I was in elementary that year.
I wasn't born that time.
Also, my wife, she's not born yet that year.
That's a joke. I born I'm only 19, Doc. I'm only 19.
What?
1975. Yeah. Okay, Sir Alvin, do you have any question with Doctor?
Yeah, Dr. Scott, is your call sign Golf 6 Oscar Juliet Bravo, right? That's where is that? Scotland?
No, the Golf 6 is a UK,
UK, yeah, okay.
UK call sign, but I have a reciprocal license here, so I'm actually Golf 6 Oscar Juliet Bravo stroke DU9.
Oh, okay. How long have you been here in the Philippines? In Davao in particular?
I've been in Davao City for 13 years as a permanent resident, but before
Wow.
I made a number of visits so that my wife could come back and see her family. So when I finally moved here, I was very familiar with the place. The Philippines is not somewhere you would just make a quick decision to come to. You've got to know people here, and you've got to be comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Have you been in trouble setting up your antennas here? Have you encountered any trouble setting up your ham station here?
No, none whatsoever. I've cooperated with the NTC. If I had a problem, I just went to the NTC and got my stuff licensed properly. I've had no particular problem here.
From CB user to ALLSTARLINK fan, how was that?
Right. How that works is, when I was in the UK, in the afternoons, I used to drive to see patients, and I had a 2-meter rig in my car, but I was near London, and there's so many repeaters there, about half a dozen. So it was easy to have QSOs and make friends. But when I came to the Philippines, I tried to do the same. I brought my 2-meter rig, but it wasn't really successful. And I really never try and criticize the Philippines in any way whatsoever. But there's a slight possibility there may be some illegal stations in 2 meters. So I found it quite demanding. So I was on the point of giving up. but then I discovered Echolink, and in that way I was able to make international contacts easily. And after that, I discovered ALLSTAR, which is just slightly better than Echolink, so plus digital modes. So that's the story.
Oh, okay. So you discovered ALLSTARLINK when you are here in Davao, not in the UK.
No, because ALLSTAR really, it's a new medium. And when I left the UK, it really wasn't present at all. No one knew about it. When I left the UK 13 years ago, I looked this up earlier, there was only 15 ALLSTAR nodes on the go at the time, and it wasn't widely known. And it became very popular about 6 or 7 years ago.
When did you start setting up ALLSTAR there in Davao? Because here in the NCR, we started ALLSTAR just last year, I think. But in Davao, when did you start setting up the ALLSTARLINK node there?
Oh, about 4 years ago now. I became serious about it
Oh.
4 years ago. Yeah. So I have the edge on you guys.
Oh,
Oh.
that was quite long. And then the bad thing with that is we just only knew that there is an all-star link that would be able to use again our analog radios, you know. You know what I mean? Because when we started the DMR or the C4FM or whatever digital is, we just only put our analog radio in our in the backs, you know. I cannot say it. Ano ba yan? Hinapan na ako. Ayop ka, Master Nomar. Anyway, yeah, please continue with that. So I'm just continuing editing with my stuff here. Yeah, ano?
Go ahead,
Tuto na.
Doc. Doctor, you have a question there, Gerald?
Yeah, what are the equipments that we need, Doc? With the All-Star Link, especially for the like me, I don't have any idea about what are the things we needed, what are the equipment that we use. Is there any software that we need to use like Echolink? Do we need to download it in our phone? Is that right, Doc?
Okay, let's start with the hardware, if you like. The
Yes,
great
please.
thing about ALLSTAR is it's very, very cheap to put together, and you'll have the satisfaction of putting it together yourself. So, with your permission, I'm going to show you how to make an ALLSTAR node in
Please.
30 seconds. Ready, guys?
Wow.
I have it here.
Ready?
In a second.
Go ahead.
Wow.
So, take your Raspberry Pi. Whoops. And then you just plug a USB headset into it, if I get the right way up. And if you've got a USB headset with a microphone, that's an ALLSTAR node. That works fine. That's all you need. If you download the software onto it, that will work very well. If you check out my website, which is ALLSTARSetup.com, you can see all the different variations of ALLSTAR nodes that are built. But basically,
Again, Doc. Can you say it again? Your website, Doc, so we can put it in the transcript of the YouTube. What's your website again?
sure, ALLSTAR Setup, all one word, ALLSTARSetup.com. Now, I'm not self-publicizing because I don't sell this stuff. I just build it for my own satisfaction. But if you want to build an ALLSTAR node, a starter one, get a Raspberry Pi for 2,000 pesos, buy the headset for another 1,000 pesos, download the software, and you're away. Absolutely fine.
That's very easy and cheap, huh? Go ahead, Doc. Continue.
Okay, so that's the easy one. This one here, this is like my flagship node. This is the one I use myself, and I've just made sure that this one is neat. But
What's inside, Doc? What's inside? What's the hardware inside?
just about to show you. Here's another one I'm in the process of building. So let's see. So here's the Raspberry Pi. That's 2,000 pesos. There's the sound fob here. I don't know, 400 pesos, something like that.
But it's not locally available, the sound fob here, Doc, right? It's online.
Yeah, I get it from Lazada. It's all on Lazada.
Okay.
This is a buck converter. That will convert a 12-volt input to drive both the Raspberry Pi and the radio. There's the radio there.
What radio is that?
Ah, that's dead easy. Don't tell the NTC, but it's a 88S. Now, I think it's legitimate to buy it. The NTC, they hate these things, yeah? But what we're going to do to build the All-Star node is to break it up for parts. But these cost about, I don't know, 400 pesos again.
Yeah, I think 400, Doc. Can you state it briefly? What's the difference with that radio as a node compared to a Baofeng UB5R or any Chinese radio? What is the? I mean, what specific feature on that radio that is good for a node?
Yeah, well, that radio, it lends itself. The solder points on the 88S are very easy. I'll try and show you them if I can. Let me see. Yeah, now, if you look at the radio itself, there's actually 4 solder points on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the 88S, it lends itself to easily make the connection. I mean, anyone can actually do this. It's very, very easy. But when you go to the other Bafang models and indeed other radios, it becomes very complex to actually convert the radio. But the 88S is very easy to convert and it's very cheap.
Oh, okay. It's possible you can use other Chinese radio, but this is the most simplest and easiest way to connect or to make a node for this Baofeng BF88.
Yeah.
Would
exactly. So yeah, it's possible to do that, but it's a much more complex issue. I have converted a couple of those, but they ended up with whines and whistles and, you know, burnt my fingers with the soldering iron and all the rest of it. But the 88S, it's just so easy to link it up.
Okay. What about this, Doc? Is it possible this radio, like this is the Cygnus UB5R, is it possible to use this also? This is the UB5R. Where's my camera? Here.
Yeah. If you had the circuit diagram, then sure, it'd be possible to connect just about anything.
All right.
But it becomes a complex issue. I believe that Cygnus actually sells what is in fact an 88S anyway. But my attitude to the Bafang radios, I break it to bits. I take out the power amplifier stage, so it just puts out 50 milliwatts. So it's just broken for parts. So I really don't think there's a problem. But there's an easy way and a hard way, and the 88S is the easy way. And if it doesn't work, just put it in the bin. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, that's right. I agree. I agree. No, you know what, Doc? When I started ham radio, I used to dig up something, and I want to know what's inside because I was wondering why my radio going inside this thing and going out of the other radio. So I was, I used to do that, and then a lot of transceiver has been broken. So anyway, yeah, please continue with that. Continue with that, Doc. Sorry for the interruption. I was too excited to tell you about my story. Ayun,
Yeah,
naghang pa.
I have one more node I can show you here. So this is a radialist node. This is actually the most complicated one to put together. So there's no actual radio in it. So I guess the NTC would love it. There's no radio, just connects directly to the internet. But again, the construction details are on my site.
Yeah, that's good. Just a small break, Dr. Scott. We are also live on node 29298. So if
Yeah.
anyone wants to ask you, Doc, on the radio, they can do that. We are live feed. The audio is live feed. And to all you guys out there, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification. Pinoy Amateur TV.
Okay. So I'll be able to contact everyone. Anyone who would like to ask question to Dr. Scott, please break in with your complete amateur call sign in phonetics. Para ako nagne-net call. So guys, we are live and anybody wants to have contact or questions to Dr. Scott, please break in. This is Delta United 1 Alpha Zulu live via YouTube and 29298 ALLSTARLINK. Meron ba? Parang some I was wondering if someone will be able to have a contact. I think we need a shout out here. Rola Del Tamin, Rolly Del, si Kuya Rolly 4F2 Victor. Ayan, si Tita Luz B also, she's also watching. Good evening, Tita Luz B, DV1BL, D1VLZ.
Also Lolo Bart.
Ah,
DU3 Bravo Tango
DU3
Echo.
Bravo Tango Echo. And I would like to take this opportunity also, Doc, to thank DU1 Zulu Charlie, si Nomar. Pambihira ka, Kuya Nomar. We are running out of English now because of you. Just kidding, Doc. Of course, we can still, the Filipinos are flexible and, may
Yankee Alpha Fox Hotel, Henry, Silagan Isabela.
Oh, okay. Copy
From
that.
Ilagan.
Okay.
From Ilagan.
Okay, Delta Yankee 2. Sorry, di ko nakuha yung call sign. Pakibalik na lang and then paki-continue na with your question. This is Delta Uniform 1 Alpha Zulu. Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Yes, sir, Tito. Magandang gabi, Pilipinas. Magandang umaga, North America. Maraming salamat po, Philippine ALLSTARLINK Note 2998. Henry, ito ng Ilagan Isabela, DY2 Alpha Foxtrot Hotel. Ayun po, bumabati lamang ko sa lahat at ito lang at QRX, kuya.
Ala ko may question. I thought he has a question. Okay, DY2 Alpha Foxtrot X-Ray. Thank you very much. And you're live on air. Live on air tuloy. Live on YouTube. The YouTube channel is Pinoy Amateur TV. Please follow that. Nandun tayo. Live tayo ngayon doon with Dr. Scott and DO1 Alpha Juliet as well. So, maraming salamat at good evening sa inyo dyan sa Ilagan. Ilagan ba? Tama ba? Over?
Yes, sir, dito. Oo, meron nga palang live TV ngayon na hindi yata nag-notify ng messenger. Pero habol po ako doon at bumabati po dyan. At andyan si Master Nomar, Master Rocky siguro at in the group. Ayun po, maraming salamat ulit. Philippine ALLSTARLINK Note 29298. Habol po ako doon sa live TV natin. QSL dito, terminatory sa lahat. Maraming salamat. Gandang gabi.
Okay, thank you. And thank you very much for the greetings and 73 greeting. This is Delta Uniform on Alpha Zulu. Any more station would like to have a QSO or contact or anything that come up into your mind. Kung may tanong kayo guys, ilabas nyo na yan. Wag na kayo mahiya. Dahil ako hiyang-hiya na. So wala. So I think
Wala.
walang gusto mag-question, parang no the other week or the other time with the episode 1, there's a lot of people would like to have a contact. Pero I
Yeah.
think very clear that's the reason why with the Dr. Scott explanation is very clear. Are you through, Doc? Are you completed the details that we need, like for example the hardware?
Well, there's one more thing. It's the concept of the RF gateway. In the UK in particular, there are a great many RF gateways. Now, I'm going to try and turn the camera around so you can see mine. I have a Motorola taxi radio putting out 10 watts into an antenna on the roof. This goes about 80 kilometers radius from my QTH. So that means that a young amateur walking about Davao City with a Bafang 888S, which I assume they can afford, they can log directly onto my RF node and work the world on a 400 peso radio. It's absolutely fantastic. So
Yeah.
if you were in the UK or the USA, people have set up these gateways everywhere. So as you drive along, you'd be constantly in touch with basically just a simple transceiver. No Raspberry Pi, nothing like that. You can ride piggyback on the RF link. Now, I'll try and see if I can show you mine. It's just on my right hand here. I'll swing the camera around if possible.
Yes, please,
Yeah,
Doc.
Doc. I heard that story from Master Nomar that a guy from Manila just came there in Davao, turned on his radio, and he's already talking to the world with your node. Doc, how is that possible?
Well, it's possible because he stepped off the airplane at the airport, which is quite close to my QTH, and he took out his Bafang 888S and just tuned it to the right frequency here. That's wrong. This is a VHF node. So you can see I have a Motorola taxi radio from the UK here, a power
Okay.
supply and an interface, and that's all really. But you can't see the Raspberry Pi, it's in there somewhere. But as I say, it means that just using a straightforward transceiver, you can have international contacts just walking about the street. I'm quite keen on riding my mountain bike, so as I go on the next island, Samuel Island, I often work all over the world as I'm pedaling along, you know. Anyway, there's the node there.
Is that a Shari, Doc? Shari?
No, that's a DMK interface, that one. That's a commercial interface. That's just got a sound fob inside it.
Okay.
But carrying on my tradition, in the UK, they replaced all the taxi radios for digital systems. So all the Motorola taxi radios like that one, they came on the market for about 1,000 pesos. So I bought one and brought it over. I wish I brought a dozen. Okay.
So that node is just a simple node. I mean, the only difference is the radio, right? It is a base radio connected to an interface and a Raspberry Pi, right, Doc?
Yeah, sure. That's it. It's just a different radio. Motorola radios actually lend themselves for this because they're used in kind of digital modes in any case in some applications. But yeah, I'm very pleased with it. It's been on 24/7 for 3 months now, and I hear the local guys talking quite often in it. I've no idea what they're saying, but I'm pleased to
So what's the difference between a DMR audio and an All-Star audio, Doc?
Well,
What do you like about All-Star?
okay. The point to make is that All-Star is not a digital mode. It's an analog mode. Now, to appreciate the good codecs, you've got to understand the history of it. I'll try and be brief. But All-Star started as a PBX telephone exchange. In days gone by, there were telephone exchanges, say in hotels, where there was switches that you plugged in, you know. But about 20 years ago, they started what they call a PBX exchange. So
Okay.
that connected to all the different hotel rooms, and they got voicemail and all that. So that was a computerized system. And an extremely smart person called Jim Dixon, he was involved with writing the software for the PBX telephone exchanges for hotels. But he was a radio amateur, and he managed to transpose it over to radio. And that's where All-Star originates from. The All-Star nodes are equivalent to the different hotel rooms. They've got the All-Star nodes have got a number, haven't they? So that's just like the number of the hotel room. Sadly, Jim Dixon has passed on. He died about, I think, 4 years ago. But All-Star continues, and that's basically why the audio codecs are so good, because they were designed for top-class hotels.
So it is a telephone base, PBX.
Correct, yeah. Now, I don't know a lot about the PBX system, but when you think about it, you go to a hotel and you phone someone in the hotel, they'll be routed straight through to the room. And these days, they won't have plugs, you know, and a switchboard.
Yes.
In the movies, they will be using a PBX system. But this clever guy managed to transpose it to radio. And that's why you get such good audio quality, because it's analog, it's not digital. I've got DMR, and I won't knock it because I use it quite a bit, but it's like a robot talking, isn't it? It's like
Yes.
voice. But
Yeah.
but All-Star is very often like speaking to the person in the next room, and that's one of its advantages. And as I said before, its second advantage, unlike digital modes, very cheap.
Correct. I agree. Right,
That's nice.
Gerald?
Yeah, yeah. It's really nice because you know, not a lot of people are can buy expensive radios. Like for example, I'm not discouraging people to not to buy the radio. No, I'm just only being true to the people that many people here in the Philippines are not able to buy. I'm not saying that all, but for me, no, being ham radio, because normally ham radio used to, that's why we called it ham, because of the experimentation, isn't it, Doc? So we would be able to experiment what are the cheaper things that we were going to be on the air instead of buying some expensive one. No, so that's why I'm so glad that the All Star Link has been created by someone who's that guy created the All Star Link, Doc. Could you please tell us that?
Yeah, his name was Jim Dixon. He was actually a proper geek. He's as geeky as you could get, and he actually had a pretty unhealthy lifestyle. He was an extremely fat person, and I guess he ate too many pizzas and stuff, and he died young actually. But when you see you should check him out on the internet. If you Google Jim Dixon All Star, you'll see what I mean. But apparently, he was an extremely happy, jokey, very nice sort of person.
Yeah,
That's good.
that's good. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much for the informative. Informative. Yan na naman ako. My goodness. Sorry, Doc. My English is running out, really. So anyway, Is it do you have any question with that? Because I am okay with the information that Dr. Scott already told us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sir Albin.
Yes. One last question, Doc.
Yeah, please go ahead.
What's that? What?
Please go ahead. Please go ahead with the question.
Okay. Yeah, Doc. Last question. Naguguluhan ako sa'yo, Jay. Anyway. Yeah, last question, Doc. Do you have any other things to share about the capabilities of All-Star Link? And maybe your final words to the guys out there who wants to be in this hobby, specifically in the All-Star Link. Go ahead, Doc.
Well, I've had some really good copies on it. 2 weeks ago, I spoke to someone who had set up an all-star node in a Vulcan bomber, a very large bomber in the UK. So I'm waiting for the QSL car to come with the bomber in front of it, and he was actually in the radio operator seat with an all-star node. So that was absolutely fantastic. As a closing remark, I would make what we need here is more RF gateways. Repeaters are hard to set up because of the cavities and to set up your own proper repeater is expensive.
Yeah.
But to set up an RF link is very, very cheap. And if there was an RF link in Manila and in Cebu and places like that, then the regular amateurs could spend 400 pesos and be, well, 1,000 because it's VHF, but they don't need to spend money, and that's what amateur radio should be about. Rich people can buy a big Jesus set, a big HF set, I don't know how much, 500,000 pesos or something, but that isn't amateur radio. It's putting it together yourself, and it's easy to put all-star nodes together. It's not difficult.
Yeah, that's great. Very nice. Well said, Doc. Well said. DU9 stroke Golf 6 Oscar Juliet Bravo from DU1 AJ. Thank you, Doc, for that final word. And we'll talk more often on the Node 29298. Go ahead, Gerald.
Yeah.
DU1 Alpha Zulu.
Yo. Thank you very much, Doc. I think we have would like to have a shout out here. Teka. Dale Patrick Mariano, good evening. DX8W Mike Golf. Power Pop Girls. O, di ba? And DW8 Charlie Golf Zulu watching from Zamboanga. Good evening, Zamboanga. Good evening to all. Good evening to everyone. And of course, Ruben Saraga, DU8 Bravo Radio Hotel. Good evening. 73, and of course,
Magandang gabi.
good evening to everyone. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe, hit the notification bell para updated kayo sa aming live. And of
Doc,
course,
si Doc pa, yung ano niya, yung website niya. Again, Doc,
yeah,
your website?
the website. I'll be posted it in when I edit this one, but please tell them the website as well, Doc, for more information about the All-Star Link equipments.
That's fine. You can actually get this from a QRZ page, Golf 6 Oscar Juliet Bravo, but the site is allstarsetup, all one word, .com, and you'll find all the nodes I showed you this evening listed there, plus quite precise instructions on how to build them yourself.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Doc. And one more shout out here is that's Delta Victor 1 X-ray Whiskey Kilo, si Percy Bal. Good evening dyan, Percy. Thank you for watching. And of course, I think kanina nag-break in din si DU8 Bravo Tango Zulu, si Manong Robert from Dipolog City. And DU1 VLZ, parang narinig ko rin, nag-break in din a while ago now. Parang naririnig niyo pa ba dyan, guys? Did you hear the radio? Ayan. So,
guys, Pinoy Amateur TV on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, And turn on the notification bell, ha?
Ayan. So, thank you
Like
very
and
much,
subscribe.
guys. And thank you very much, Doctor. We are so happy to have you. A very informative topic regarding the All-Star Link. So, guys, abangan nyo next topic namin. Yung mga gumagawa rin ng mga All-Star Link at
Yes,
makakatulong sa atin.
yes,
So, sobrang excited
yes.
ako, pre. I was so excited. I am very excited because of dumadami na yung kapederasyon. We have plenty of people more and more coming and we are inviting you guys to do the All-Star Link. Mag-register na kayo to the allstarlink.org. Free naman yan and enjoy the All-Star Link.
And paring Gerald,
Yeah.
let's let's tell them na we are doing this on a alternate week, no? And our target is every week we can have a live feed on
Yes.
YouTube.
D1VL
But
set.
Ayan, si
for now,
Ate Luz B nandyan on the air.
yeah,
Teka, pabatiin
for
muna
now,
natin.
medyo ano muna tayo, every
Oo.
other week muna
Every other
tayo.
week muna.
And then,
Correct.
yun, maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga sumusuporta.
Yes, thank you very much. Love you all, guys.
Next episode natin, nabanggit mo na, no? So, mga local natin na gumagawa rin ng mga nodes.
Yes, of course.
Yung insight natin sa kanila. So,
Correct.
maganda, exciting yun next episode natin.
Yun. So, meron pa tayong isang shoutout, Ronan Jose Billones. Teka, tawagin ko lang si Tita Luz B. Standby, guys. D1BLZ, D1AZ. Good evening, Tita Luz B. Any message? Over?
But actually, may question tayo about the class ng ating amateur license. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I think anybody can answer this, no? Dr. Scott, kasi Dr. Scott already knows about it. Doc, she's asking about the license limitations in All-Star Link. Is there any limitations, classification here in the Philippines? If you have any idea about it.
Well, it's quite a new thing. So as far as I'm aware, that there's no limitations. If you can transmit on 2 meters or 70 centimeters, if your license allows that, which I'm sure it does, then you can certainly go ahead. But even if that wasn't the case, if you had a radialist node, because there's no RF, then it wouldn't really matter, would it?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I think Tita Luz B, it was already answered that we don't have limitation because like what Doctor showed us regarding the radioless, no? I think the NTC would be able to be happy, would be happy with that because the radioless is really nice, no? So, Tita Luz B, are you happy with the answer? Over? Wala. Do you want VLZ? Do you want AZ?
Go ahead,
Wala
D1AZ, D1VL set returning.
Ayun, nasagot niya na. Ano daw, wala naman daw. There's no limitation in it.
Thank you so much for that information and thank you for the answers. So, no limitation even though if you are a class foundation and technical. Maraming salamat. Good luck and napakaganda. Salamat po. D1VL set 73.
Okay, thank you, Tita Luz B. Actually, of course, we have limitations pa rin kasi classification naman yung sinabi mo kanina. Pero for your information, guys, you need a registered radio station license. So, that's all. Thank you very much, Tita Luz B 73. Okay.
Shoutout din
Oh,
tayo
go with the shoutout, Doc.
Dumaguete. Mayang gabi, Dumaguete.
Mayang
So
gabi.
happy
Ronan,
and so nice
Ronan
and
Billones.
sa YouTube. Thank you so much. Good luck and have a pleasant evening ahead. D1 Villas
Yun. Okay, may pahabol pa si Tita Luz B.
Gerald, D1 Villas Attorney.
Okay. Okay, may pahabol pa si Tita Luz B. Thank you very much, Tita Luz B, for that. And 73. Pare, shout out. Last shout out natin before we end this our live.
Meron pa si...
I got it. Thank you so much for that answer.
Si Lolo Bert.
At mabuhay kayo, 73, and have a pleasant evening ahead. Maulan sa location. Salamat po. Good luck.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Oh, go ahead, paring Alvin.
Yeah, meron pang nag-chat si Lolo Bert, DU8 Bravo Tango Zulu. What to know if we can have a copy of circuit diagram of ALLSTARLINK. And then humabol pa siya, radioless diagram for us to make some experiment DIY. I don't know what is the question there.
Baka hindi, I think the Kuya Robert is asking for the diagram, and I think it's very clear in the website because I visited the website of Dr. Scott. There's a very clear
Yeah, it's
information
there.
regarding the diagram, and I think it's a handwritten diagram, isn't it, Doc? Because I saw that it's a handwritten diagram that you took a picture of it. Is that right, Doc?
Yeah, sure. That's the case. Although it's handwritten, because I'm too stupid to do it the professional way, it's all there. Every node I've showed you tonight is actually on the website, and from time to time I have the great pleasure that people send me an email and they say, "Oh, I built this node, I built that node, I built the radioless node." So, and I'm sure the instructions are clear enough because quite a few have been built.
Very good. Congratulations.
Yes, okay.
Very
So,
nice website.
So pare, paano? Hanggang dito na lang muna tayo. And again, thank you very much, Doc. God bless you always. Take care. Amping-amping. Sabi nga ng mga Bisaya dyan. Thank you very much. And we are...
Amping mo diha.
Amping mo diha. Doc, can you speak in Bisayan dialect?
Okay, anting sa Bisaya, sa English, take care, take care.
Yes.
Okay, daghan salamat sa inyong tanan.
Alright. Woo! Thank you very
Salamat.
much. Thank
Maayong
you.
gabi.
So, God bless us all. Keep experimenting.